Hey, what is that? What SPF is that?
SPF not working.
Wow, look at that.
This week on the Bells and Whistles podcast, we go to the Alola region. That's right. We go to fucking Hawaii, Gen 7. More Pokemon videos.
That's
we go
right.
through all this.
Ohana means family.
It's
no
true.
one gets left behind.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
That's
Please.
true. Please. We're at it. We're making which Lilo and Stitch character are you?
Whole disaster.
Jesus Christ.
It's more Pokemon videos. All that coming up
on the Bells and Whistles podcast. Run that intro. The old sound.
How about you and I? How come you and I, we never say, all right, let's go to Australia? You know? How come we don't ever do that?
Why don't you look at me during anymore?
You never call me pretty anymore.
You never call me pretty anymore. No, I don't know why we haven't made a little trip. Probably because I have yet to have a real job.
You got to fix that. You got to fix that. But no, I think you have it right. I think I'm the one who needs to go off the grid. I think I need to quit my job.
We always say that, and we always come back.
We always come back.
You always come back to Perry.
Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast.
Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles.
Ryan Quigley, E. from Bernie, as always. Today we have a very special episode.
We have a very special episode, and you're probably wondering, why are they wearing the exact same shit they wore last week? Well, dear viewer, it's because we're not trying to match anything. We are filming the exact same episode in the same day that we filmed last week's episode.
Weeks and weeks of content. We need a sabbatical.
Well, I know. Well, the thing is, I'm about to go take a little vacation.
Is it a vacation? Right. You can't call it a vacation if you're working.
That's right. I'm going out of town. I'm going to go do a show in Hartford, Connecticut. Hey, any Hartford fans?
Hatford,
Connecticut. I'm going out there. I'm going to do a little play.
You should. You know what you should also do?
Well,
you should do a little meet and greet.
A little meet and greet? Yeah. For everybody. Yeah, who lives out in Hartford, huh? You want to come out and say hi?
Do a little meet and greet with the fans.
We'll
Get a little sign a fucking headshot.
You think we got any fans that would do if we legitimately did a meet and greet like here? You think anybody would show up?
Absolutely not. Oh, no way.
I think we'd get one.
No.
Neil Cara.
I think all of our fans are I think they're perfectly distributed throughout the country. Yeah. First of all, I think you're talking about the 1,000 subscribers we have. I think 300 of them you remove because they're
not allowed to drive.
They're like our cousins. They're not allowed to drive and they're our cousins.
Yeah.
I think so let's say we have 700.
Yeah.
I think maybe 100 of them are in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
And I think none of them would come see it.
I don't know. There's part of me that gets a little shocked when you think man, 1,000, that's nothing. That's 1,000 people.
That's
that press
crazy.
Subscribe.
1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna, I'm sure we could fill a decently sized, room at Ripley Greer.
If you get a Ripley Greer joke, let's get a comment.
Yeah, hey, if you like Ripley Greer, down in the comments section, come on through. Yeah.
You know what I think about frequently is that so we have that, we've been doing that overlay towards the top, the little fart noises that says subscribe, and turn on notifications, whatever. What I realized kind of recently is that if there's anyone who's just listening, they just hear 3 random farts. They just hear and it just started one day. You know? Because it goes in the MP3 too.
You're absolutely right. That's so funny. And that's even funnier because there was the first couple times you did it, I was going to suggest that we change it around and make it some moans.
I know you did. Yeah, you wanted to switch it up every time.
Yeah, do a little funny little thing.
Which is a good idea. It's just I don't have the energy to do
we don't
such
have the energy to do that.
No.
But if you have the energy to do that and you'd like to edit for us and moan for us,
send us all MP3s or waves, WAVs of you moaning.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do with that.
We'll see if we can. Yeah, no.
Yeah, if there's something you'd like to see,
you're not getting any residuals.
Yeah. So. Anyway, what kind of bullshit do we have this week?
Because remember
back in the good old days when we had the algorithm on our side.
Because you have to remember.
Yeah.
Where we came from, and we have to pay homage to what put us on the map.
So our very special guest today is Poochie.
John Paul Poochie.
John Paul Poochie.
I saw him the other day.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Terrible guy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's whatever.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, no. So we're creeping back. We did Gen 9. That was the first one that we ever did. We did Gen 8 that with Amelia Dahmer. She unfortunately passed away this morning.
Yeah.
And
poor thing.
Yeah, no. But it was a long time because she had a long life for what she wasn't supposed to.
You guys don't realize she was 89.
And she wasn't.
It's really funny. We just met her at a bar one day. You know,
when she was born.
Yeah.
Doctor said she wouldn't make it past 7 years old.
Did she really?
I don't know.
No, she had the Benjamin Button thing going
on. But she applied for Make-A-Wish, and they rejected her.
I did hear what they said that, didn't they?
Yeah, they said. Yeah, I forget.
Is that our story to tell?
What? It's Amelia. What is it?
Well, sure. I wasn't sure if we ever wanted to have her come back.
We'll have her back. All right, so we won't tell the full story, but she was rejected by Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
But today we're doing Gen 7. We're doing the Alola region. We're just going to go through and we're going to give our thoughts on all of the Pokemon of the generation of the Alola region.
Remember being slightly, when I watched and played these games and watched this anime,
You watched the Alola anime?
No, I didn't. Yeah. I just said watched. And
Why did you say that?
Well, because
why did you lie to people?
I wanted to appeal to the masses.
We're recording, right?
Yeah, we're recording. Yeah, I wanted to appeal to everybody. No, and I remember being kind of underwhelmed, I have to admit.
I'll be frank with you.
Yeah.
I remember I really like the starters of this generation.
Yeah.
I really like the starters.
Who did you pick?
I picked Primarina, which if you put
I picked Primarina too.
That means we're gay. No, but
I wish I would make that my ringtone.
But I think Primarina is actually the least cool of the three starters. But I thought I remember when I was building my team, Primarina fit
really well,
more perfect than the other ones did.
Should we dive right in before we start?
Let's go ahead.
We're talking about the starters, huh?
We're gonna go ahead and record now.
Okay,
we're rolling.
Here we go.
We're rolling on sound.
Rolling.
So speaking of rolling, how about we roulette?
Roulette.
Rowlet. The little itty bitty.
Everybody itty bitty titty committee.
We have Rowlet. And so he's a little perfectly round, adorable, fucking little.
Rowlet. I remember when
he's hilarious. He has a little fucking bow tie. I love Rowlet. Rowlet is a clear A tier starter.
A tier starter.
Absolutely.
I totally understand. I could even push him to A+.
Yes.
I think there's an argument to be made that Rowlet is one of the best grass starters ever.
He is.
I think he's annoying how much everybody liked him.
You thought he was a touch overhyped.
I thought it was a little too much.
You thought it was a little overhyped.
How much people loved Rowlet.
I understand where you're coming from, but
he's so cute, it's almost disgusting.
I think he's one of the greatest starters of all time.
He really is. I know. I won't argue.
I
won't argue with everybody.
He's tremendous. A tier.
This line is fantastic. Even Dartrix.
You see, this is where I distance myself from you.
You don't like Dartrix?
I do not like Dartrix for the life of me. I think Dartrix is annoying. I feel like there is a period of my high school, like when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could find the picture of me.
You think you looked like Dartrix?
I had that little fucking thing.
Because tonight will be the night that
it wasn't that. It's
you.
just I thought it looked cool, and I didn't know how to put product in my hair. So it didn't work out, and I looked just like this man, except my eyes were open.
I know he's a little sleepy.
I don't like
a little Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Hey. If we ever had to do Pokemon for presidents, like we said, Dartrix is for Sleepy Joe.
Here's the deal. Yes,
I like Dartrix because I think it looks like a real owl, but like in a kind of Pokemon way.
I don't like it.
There's something to me that's kind of charming about. He looks like a little butler. He's about to buttle me.
He's like I don't like it. He's supposed to be sort of posh and smug.
I think he falls.
And I just don't. I hate a smug Pokemon.
In the middle tier ones, I almost feel like they've embraced it at this point. That the middle tier starters are going to be a little weird and awkward. So if you take him in with context with that, I think he's a pretty good one.
I hear you. It's just the most frustrating thing is that The only reason Dartrix exists is to get to
Decidueye.
Decidueye,
What
who
a
is
gift.
one of the greatest starters
What a gift.
ever. One of the most perfect starters. He's badass. He's a fucking Robin Hood. Do you remember the thrill that you felt in your body?
Yeah.
When they released that he was Grass Ghost?
Yeah. No,
Do you remember that thrill?
I totally yes.
If you were around for when this game was released, nobody had any fucking idea what the types, and it was just like a foregone conclusion that he was going to be grass flying because he's a fucking owl.
He's a bird.
And then they released that he was Ghost, and everybody was like, what?
What the fuck?
And it's fucking sick, dude.
I gotta tell you.
It's so sick.
This might be controversial. Decidueye smokes, what's it called? The frog that everybody loved from
Greninja.
I think
really?
Decidueye does everything Greninja wanted to do.
No, I think Greninja's kind of sick. I think Greninja is one of the greatest starters. I think Greninja's like a top 3 starter ever.
I
think Decidueye is like top 7, top 6.
This is another generation, so we won't spoil that when we get to it. Decidueye is S tier.
He really
so
is
fucking cool.
Decidueye
Everything
is
about
so
it.
badass.
I like that he can pull the little vines by his cross on his neck and it
sick
tightens
typing.
his hoodie. It's
so cool.
He
does the thing with his arm becomes a fucking bow and arrow, and it's a feather that he's shooting.
It's so fucking cool.
Whimsical, badass, scratches every itch for a Pokemon. He has little fucking glasses.
Yeah, it's so good.
So
Decidueye can't be beat.
One of the most perfect Pokemon ever created.
I regret not picking it.
Litten,
meh.
No, I think it's adorable.
You think it's adorable?
I think Litten is adorable. I actually do. I think Litten's adorable. I think he's a little... I'm not a cat guy. I'm shocked that you don't like him.
I am a cat guy. This doesn't hold a candle to P. Sherman. My cat's name is P. Sherman.
I think this is cool. If I had one, if I ever picked Litten, I'd name him P. Sherman.
and you'd have every right to.
I do.
Try and name him a better cat.
I love Litten. I think he's adorable. I like how he's a little upset. I like how he's a little upset by everything, and I think he's cool. I like a black cat. He's sleek. It's a cool.
It never stood out enough for me. I didn't think he was cute enough. I didn't think he was cool enough. I like him better than Torracat.
I was going to say I give Litten an A.
Yeah.
What do you give?
I give Litten a B minus.
A B minus.
I don't think he's terrible, but I just don't think he's great.
You would think that I like Torracat more than I do.
I don't think you would like.
I don't like Torracat.
And I get what they were trying to do, but it just feels like they've totally slept through the job.
I don't like the alfalfa.
Yeah.
I like how he has a little bell, a little fire bell. Yeah. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I think I'm okay. It's a middle stage. I get it.
To me, it's so forgettable. It's so...
Forgettable is the operative word.
It
is forgettable. I forgot it.
Yeah,
I forgot it.
I would rather have something like Quilladin that's stupid and ugly than Torracat, which I'm like, let me get past this fucking thing.
No, I kind of disagree. I would rather this than something but ugly.
Incineroar is divisive for me.
It is divisive. I was just about to say that.
It is divisive for me.
I think Incineroar is cool, but I think Incineroar falls into the same category for me as Meowscarada and to a degree Quaquaval do.
Yes.
Because it's like cool for what it is.
Yeah.
Good job, solid design, but just could have been twice as strong.
Yeah.
Just could have been way cooler if it was a quadruped, if it was like, they could have made him way cooler. He's a little awkward, a little clunky.
I think there is something about him that has always seemed a little awkward. Look, people love Incineroar.
People do.
I won't argue about its competitive viability. It was one of the most popular fucking things you ever saw.
Of course.
People go crazy for like fucking lore with this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we got all these this stuff on TikTok when we talk about Monkey Dory and all that. People keep going on and on and on about like, oh, it's based on a story. It's based on this. It's based on
haven't you ever seen anime in your life? Shut up!
With this Gen 9 one, right? They're like, oh, it's all Spanish entertainment or whatever, however it is. I guess that's kind of what it's like, singer, magician, and a dancer. That's the kind of thing with Gen 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you did it the first time with this. This is the circus.
Yeah, it is the circus.
I think you get it one. You get one time.
Yes.
And then you better start doing Pokemon based on like the office jobs, you know?
But
like,
they do it.
I want water type HR. I want fire type in accounting. And I want grassroots. I want him on the street.
Grassroots.
Yeah.
Yes, no, exactly. Sales team.
Yeah, I want him in sales.
There's something incomplete about Incineroar,
Yeah.
but I think he's cool. For me, he's a B+. It just could have been a million times stronger.
This whole line for me is B-. I think it's just not that
I think
great.
Litten is kind of excellent. You know who is excellent? You know who is excellent?
So fucking slept on. I love Popplio.
Popplio is... We should really force ourselves to do like all-time starter lists.
Yeah.
At some point and just kind of rank everybody.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where Popplio... Because he's one of the greatest ever. Look,
it's so good,
adorable.
And nobody talks about Popplio.
No.
I think this design was just as fucking good as Rowlet. I think it's an A. I think it's an A, maybe an A+ from me. I love Popplio.
I
think it's so fucking fun.
Here's the thing: when I remember when they presented Popplio, Litten, and Rowlet.
Yeah,
I was most excited for Popplio.
I was too.
Well, actually, no. I might have been more excited for Litten. And I guess that's kind of it. I'm a little disappointed by Incineroar. I know we're on to Popplio. But Popplio was the second most.
I feel like Popplio for me, it's everything that I love in a Pokemon. I think it's got limitless potential. I think it's a little goofy, but it could have so much. I think it's great. And then they give this fucking abomination that is Brioni.
So let me talk to you about this.
Yes.
Because you remember when they released the 3 Pokemon, the leaks were, they're all going circus.
Yeah.
And so people started saying like, Popplio is going to be a fucking strong man.
I know people thought that.
Do you remember the fan designs for the strong
remember
man?
Stuff like, yes.
I remember when they dropped Brion.
Yeah.
I was furious. I was like, oh no! No!
This is so... Everything is wrong.
Everything is wrong about it. And it just...
Say what you will about Primarina.
We're going to get to Primarina.
We're going to get to that in a second.
We're talking about just this.
There's no world...
We're talking about just
where
this.
I see Popplio going into Brion.
It's too far away.
It's so different.
It's too different, man.
It feels like two different people designed the first form of
it does.
Starter, you know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's like they divided up the assignment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then they were like, "Well, this isn't good. No, this isn't okay."
It's so
I hate it.
off to me.
I really do hate Brion, but luckily,
Primarina
is a good Pokemon.
It's not what we wanted.
No,
none of us wanted this.
Nobody on planet Earth,
not a single person wanted
fucking Primarina.
But that being said, it's the child that you didn't want that does its job correctly.
Yes, absolutely. It's so good.
Yes.
I love it sort of competitively from like a team building standpoint.
I think it's Water Fairy is fantastic.
Special attacker.
I
love Primarina. I remember my Primarina very fondly.
Yes.
That said, nobody on planet Earth wanted this.
Nobody wanted this. And you know what? I'm strong enough. I'm confident enough in my masculinity.
Absolutely.
I'd rock this.
Absolutely. I did as well. But that said, if you look at Primarina and you go back to Popplio, you will say, what?
Yeah. You'd be like, whoa.
You'll be like, how does this little funny little seal become this woman?
Uh-huh. And
this horny woman.
There's a world where it makes me sad because we'll never get another well, we might, but like a mermaid Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is what that is. And I feel like we got a little cheated out of what that could
It's a siren.
Yes.
A siren.
It's a siren.
It's fine.
I think
I give Primarina a B+.
I think it gets a B+. I agree with you completely.
Let's press on. We're past the starters. Peaky Peck. Let's just, because Peaky Peck, that's a perfectly fine bird. Who cares?
I like that it's a woodpecker.
I'm
glad that we finally got one. We had so many bird Pokemon that I felt like it's just the same fucking thing over and over again. I like Picky Peck.
They put a little flavor on it.
I
like it. They made the little woody woodpecker into Trumbeak. That's fine. But then guess what you can't do?
I know what you're saying.
You can't take a woodpecker and say, you know what we're gonna make them?
We're doing a different bird.
We're gonna go ahead and switch up the species. Fucking mid-evolution. I cannot co-sign this. As funny as Toucanon is.
Yes.
No!
I know everything that Listen, I agree with everything you're saying. I had a Toucanon on my team. I liked Toucanon.
Sure.
I like Toucanon for what it is. It is literally just a toucan, and I can't defend it. I like that its beak changes color when it gets hot. I like its special move. I like its special ability. I can't defend it. We should have gotten a woodpecker and we didn't.
It's not okay.
Watch us get blasted because they'll be like in the comments. They'll be like, "Well, actually, in Hawaii,
funnily enough, the baby form of toucan
in Hawaii, every woodpecker becomes a wood." becomes a toucan.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, no, man, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You at least have to bridge the gap better than THROWBACK does.
Yeah.
Because this is one thing. This is one thing. To make this jump is too much.
I totally agree. I totally
It's too
agree.
much. It's too much, man. It's too fucking much. Toucanon.
Toucanon on its own, I would give it a B+. In this line, I give it like a C-.
Toucanon, you know what I'll say?
What?
Toucanton. In all seriousness, I give it a B-. It makes me laugh. I think but I don't like. You can't do this, man. Don't disrespect me like this. Now,
we have different opinions on Young Goose.
I'm gonna let you go ahead first with the Young Goose and the Gumshoes and the Bumboos because I can't.
Here's the thing: if we're talking just in lines of forgettable Pokemon, I fully admit Young Goose does not work. I don't think it's fun. I don't really think it's interesting. I get that it looks like Donald Trump. There's all those arguments that people have made before. Perfectly correct. Do I think it's funny that it's called Young Goose? Yes. Yes, I do.
Because but what is the play, Young Goose? Because I know it's mongoose.
Yeah.
And it's young?
Yeah, it's a baby mongoose.
It's Young Goose.
It's a young goose.
And you're impressed by that play on words.
I think that's kind of fun.
Okay.
I don't think it's clever, but I like the audacity.
Okay, sure. It is audacious.
And then when they go and they say, Young Goose, I'll give you gumshoes. I think that's really good. If someone gave me a job and they're like, you have to decide what the starter Pokemon looks like, but understand, like, the starter normal type. But understand, it has to be really fucking lame. This is what I do. So it appeals to me. I say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take a really lame, little normal type weasel.
Yeah.
He evolves, he becomes a detective.
It is something you'd pitch. Again.
Yes.
It's an impossible conversation for me to engage in because if I'm director of a Pokemon game, and it's like, okay, time for the normal starter, whatever.
Yeah.
I say, okay, great. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go out to the bar.
Yeah.
Now. I do not want to participate in this conversation. I don't have time or energy for it because this Pokemon should be deleted 20 times out of 20. There wouldn't be a year where I don't say, why don't we skip this or make it a good Pokemon?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it just has to kind of be this pain in the butt thing that evolves to level 12. Yeah. Nah, man. So I don't give a shit. So I can't pretend to care about this stupid fucking Pokemon.
I understand.
And I understand that everybody's like, hey, it's so funny. Fucking, it's so funny. Blah, blah, blah. It looks like Trump. I don't care, bro. I don't care at all.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. For me, he gets S+.
S+. I
don't think he's an S+.
I give him a D.
I think he gets
I give him
a
a D. But I think all these Pokemon should get Ds. I don't care.
I like Gumshoes. Grubbin, wow. Could I be less interested in a bug? I got to tell you. I don't think Grubbin is good.
You don't think Grubbin is good?
I don't think Grubbin is good.
Are you going to turn around and like Vikavolt?
I love Vikavolt. I think Vikavolt is fantastic. I think Grubbin and Charjabug are embarrassing.
All I'm saying is I don't think that you can appreciate Vikavolt without admiring Grubbin and Charjabug. Let's talk about everything.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about everything.
I like, again, I always love the chutzpah of Pokemon. To push something like Charjabug.
Yes.
Where it's a fucking battery. I think that's great.
He's a battery bus.
I think that's
thing. It's hilarious.
Perfectly fun and funny.
Yeah.
I think Grubbin is boring. I think Grubbin doesn't. There's nothing about Grubbin that reaches me or feels like it doesn't excite me. I would skip this 10 times out of 10. If I didn't know where it was going, I would skip it 10 times out of 10.
But I think that goes to show that you can't judge a book by its cover. If you ask me,
yeah, sure.
I'm saying this. So, first of all, have I ever Googled this? Absolutely not. But I know for a fact that whatever Vikavolt's fucking real life insect is, whatever, the grub actually looks like this. I know that for a fact.
Sure.
And I think that's badass. I think all of these little bugs are supposed to kind of suck, but I like how he's just and he's got these 2 big teeth. I think that's fucking awesome. I like how he evolves into this bus, electric fucking triple D battery.
Yeah.
And then he evolves into something incredibly badass.
Vikavolt is a fantastic
incredible.
Pokemon.
One of the best bug of all time.
I don't think it's the best bug of all time.
Name a better bug.
I like the Gen 8 bug. I really do like the flying saucer ladybug. I think that's Orbeetle.
Orbeetle.
I like Orbeetle a lot.
I would disagree.
I
would disagree. I tend to disagree. I
think
love
Orbeetle
Vikavolt.
gives Vikavolt a little bit of competition. I don't know if I would say that they're the same.
Love Vikavolt.
But yeah, for starter bugs, they really have gotten them. These 2 generations back to back, I think they did a very good job.
I think Vikavolt is awesome.
Vikavolt is very cool. I like that a lot.
Vikavolt is like an S for me.
I think it gets an A.
One of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
There's something about it that doesn't work for me.
I love that thing.
As an S.
Does it
but
have, and it has Levitate too?
I totally understand. I think it gets it totally,
I love that thing.
On its merit alone, it gets an A from me.
So ready? Yeah. You know what I'm happy for? We're doing this generation, and because one of the things whenever we drop clips on this, people are like, "Oh, these people only like Gen 1." We're sucking this generation dry.
I don't understand what I mean. People, if you think that we only like Gen 1, I think you got to give us a little bit of credit, and I also think that you should get shot in the head.
I think you should suck my ass.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Because this is what I'm saying. I love me a Crabrawler. Mm-hmm. I love a Crabrawler.
Crabrawler is everything I love in a Pokemon.
Crabrawler into Crabominable. I know you don't love...
I don't like Crabominable.
I love Crabrawler, and I also love Crabominable.
I think Crabrawler as, like, just aesthetically everything I love. Because I love a little Pokemon that sounds like it's going to be like, hey,
put up your dukes.
Hey, put up your dukes.
I love Crabrawler.
Put up your dukes. Hey,
and he's got a shiner.
Who you calling a small fry?
And this is his animation.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
love
awesome.
Crabrawler. I think I love a little goofy guy. For me, for my personal tastes, I don't mind ice fighting as a type. I think that's pretty cool.
I don't either.
I just wish it was more of keeping that same aesthetic of like,
but he's an
little
abominable
gangster
snowman.
Tough guy.
That's what we should have. For the Yeti guy, this is who I wanted to throw up there.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, but I forgot.
That would have been good.
But I love me a Crabominable. Make sure you check out all our Elden Ring
check out
videos.
the Elden Ring ones.
Crabominable, I know he's ugly.
Yeah.
I know he loses a lot of his charm from the Crabrawler thing.
Yeah.
But I like how he's a Yeti and he goes, "Ugh." I like the fucking Chewbacca. I think it's funny. I think his type is badass. I think he's incredibly useful. Like he fit my team like a glove. Yeah. I remember I can't remember the Pokemon on my team, but I just remember it so fondly. Yeah. Like I remember it feeling like I had whatever you threw at me, I did not have a single, and I loved my Crabominable dearly.
There are parts of me that wishes that this was 2 separate lines. That we had a little kind of angry little gangster crab and a Yeti that was fighting. I wish that we had both.
I think everything would be solved if you could evolve Crabrawler into like a water fighting.
That's what I agree with. Yeah. I think if there was
just on the side, but I think if it was a split
evolution thing, I would have loved that. Can't you just imagine he gets a little hat, he's a little taller, maybe he's got 4 arms that are all going like this. Oh. I think it would have been so fun, and I part of me is sad that this is what we got.
No,
but
I like
at the end of the day, he's got 2 little fucking hairs coming out of his head. I have to respect that. He's got a little Mo Stooge haircut, and he's got 2 little
I give Crabrawler really an A+.
That's an A+.
I think I give Crabominable like an A-.
I give it a C.
Oricorio, I do not want to spend really any time on because I think he's a 0. I think it's a boring, annoying Pokemon. I know that he changes typing.
I don't mind it. I think
it's cool. I appreciate the whimsical shit. I like how it's creative. I like how there's all these different types. You have the fire, the ghost, the electric. Yeah. I think all that's cool.
Do you have a favorite one?
My favorite one is when I don't use it.
Okay, great.
I don't like Oricorio. I think it's boring. I would never pick it in a million, zillion, quadrillion years.
Fair enough.
So for me, it's a C. It's not interesting enough. I understand why people go crazy for the gimmick. The gimmick is not enough for me.
I would give it. Listen, I'll give you this. I think it's fun. I think there are ones that are better than others. I think Sensu is the.
You know their little names?
I don't know their name. This is little Samba, whatever. Yes. This one is my favorite, the fire one.
I think either this one or the ghost one is
fire
good.
One is A. Cheerleader is B.
No, I hate
Ghost one is C, and then the psychic one is D.
What's the psychic one again?
The psychic one has like the kind of hula thing
Yeah,
going
I hate
on.
that one. That one's the last.
Yeah, that's
and then,
my
yeah,
that's
no,
my least
I'm not.
favorite
I'm
one.
not. I don't like the electric one. I don't like the cheerleader.
I kind of think I like that they went for it.
They went for it. It's just
It's not as good as this one.
They should have done something else instead.
Cutie Fly for me, really only works because of its name.
Yes, that's an excellent point. It's really only that Cutie Fly and Rabombi. I feel like you don't like Rabombi's little scarf.
I do like Rabombi. Cutie Fly for me is a little better than Grubbin. I don't even know if I gave Grubbin a score. I think I gave Grubbin like a D. I think Cutie Fly is like a C minus. Rabombi is like a B for me. I think there's something about it that's kind of charming.
I actually prefer Cutie Fly to Rabombi.
Really?
I feel like when Cutie Fly becomes Rabombi, it loses a lot of its charm. I think it's similar to when like Lady Ba evolved into Ledian.
Yeah.
You kind of lose me for whatever reason.
I
sort
see
of like
that.
The humanoid blah blah. Like, I just don't quite care about it anymore. I think Cutie Fly is funny.
Yeah.
I wish it evolved into something other than Rabombi, but Rabombi is not terrible by any stretch.
I feel like Cutie Fly is so small, which maybe that's the thing that's cute about it, is that it's so small. But it feels like there's nothing to it.
No.
Rabombi, I think it's funny because I feel like I'd see her working on her screenplay in Starbucks.
Yeah,
the little scarf.
The little scarf.
I think she's got
she's really quiet.
She's working on a video essay somewhere.
She's like, yeah, no, I love Brene Brown.
Here's my top 4 list of all the women from Girls.
Yeah.
Rockruff surprised me because it feels like an older Pokemon than it is for me.
When they released Rockruff, I remember being very excited for it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was cute. I thought it would evolve into something really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I was just excited to see it. I also remember being disappointed by Lycanroc. I want to take them. Let's go over here.
Yeah.
For me, I think what's this, Dusk Form? Dusk Form is number 1 for me. I think it's kind of badass. I think Dusk Form is actually the only one that scratches the proper itch for me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm happy with that evolution.
I agree with you. Because I saw Midday Form before I saw Dusk Form, I thought Dusk Form was a little repetitive. But looking at it, Dusk Form makes Midday completely obsolete.
At a million percent.
I like that they made Midnight Form. That's my favorite of the ones.
I know it is, you sick fuck.
I think it's cool that they went there. I like that I wish they had gone a little further. I wish that they had made him a little more bulky and tough. I feel like he should have Incineroar's kind of shape. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I think he should be bulkier.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Dusk Form is excellent. Dusk Form is excellent. I actually will give it an A. I don't care.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about like seeing it in perception or whatever.
Yeah.
Midday Form is milk toast.
It's very boring.
Boring, flat, vanilla.
Yeah.
Zero seasoning.
Yeah.
I don't care about this one little bit. Incredibly disappointing Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's something that just doesn't sit right for me in Midnight Form. I understand that you're giving it points for like intention.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, okay, intention aside, I kind of argue that this is a poor execution.
I don't disagree with you.
I think this is a poor execution.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
With like, make it Incineroar, make it this bulky werewolf.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Something fucking scary.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That's not what we got. I know that's not what we got.
There's part of me that just wants a quadruped, like the same version of this, but just make it red and evil.
Yeah,
you would have had me if they would have had me if they just did that.
You know what? I'll say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah,
all of these reak of middle stage evolution.
They do. It's just they feel kind of
like
incomplete.
There is some
except Dusk Form though. I think Dusk Form is pretty complete.
I feel like even Dusk Form is the most complete out of all of them.
Yeah, sure.
All 3 of them to me feel like they are missing a last form. Dusk Form needs to get a little bigger, or maybe he's longer.
Yeah.
Maybe Midnight Form needs to be bulkier. Maybe the Midday Form needs to be erased off the memory drive.
It needs to stop.
It
needs to. Milk toast.
Let's move on. I'm sick of these dogs.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Wishy-Washy, talk about a way.
Let's bring him up.
Talk about a way to
What the fuck is this?
I don't know what's going on there. Wishy-Washy, talk about a way to get me. No, did I use Wishy-Washy? No. Because I didn't like
same.
I didn't like how slow he was.
I didn't like how slow he was, and I actually in practice don't love the gimmick.
I think
I'm too pussy to use wishy-washy. Is the truth.
You're absolutely right.
I'm too pussy.
For one,
First of all,
on a practical standpoint,
let's talk about its classification.
Who you call it a small fry?
The small fry
Pokemon. Everything about this, I think, is so cool.
Excellent.
In paper and in execution, but playing the game, I didn't like using it.
I agree with you a million
but
percent.
If we're going just off of design,
creativity,
fantastic idea.
It's just like
so good,
so funny that they got that big school of cichlid fish, whatever they're called, and they become this big monstrous.
I think that's so great.
That is like if you don't get hit is like incredible.
Yeah.
From a design standpoint, you like so incredibly strong. I don't see how you don't give it an A+. I think it's so
I'm
awesome.
honestly surprised we don't see this Pokemon more often.
I love Wishy-Washy.
I really do like Wishy-Washy. I wish that it was I wish that it was more washy.
I wish he was washy.
All right.
Now we're getting into
talking into ones that really took over.
Just like a game changer. Let's talk about Marini and Toxapex.
Okay, here's the thing. Look,
let them have it.
Here's the thing. Toxapex, people can't stand this thing. I understand why they can't stand this thing because it is so hard to beat. But from a design standpoint, from a competitive standpoint,
you have to respect it.
You cannot
not
respect.
It's fucking sick, man.
It is. I love Toxapex.
I love Toxapex.
I think Marini and Toxapex are some of the most smart Pokemon that it's S tier for me. So I'm sorry, this is one of the best Pokemon
ever.
This generation. Yeah.
It's really one of the best Pokemon ever made.
Yeah.
So like Toxapex is an excellent design.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool. So it's clearly someone walked into a meeting and they were like, all right, let me pitch you this Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it was Toxapex. And it was like, it clearly came before Marini. And Toxapex is excellent, competitively viable, sick typing, blah, 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 all those things. You have to respect Toxapex. I understand if you're annoyed by it.
Yeah.
But
I am too.
Game, respect, game. You have to respect Toxapex. Sick name, Toxapex.
Oh, sure.
But that means whoever they doled off, all right, we need a pre-Evo. All right, let me see what I can come up with. Marini is just a perfect execution and personification of what a pre-Evo should be.
Fantastic.
Because Toxapex is sick, intimidating, badass, etc. And Marini, it's a little
I think you're
fat,
absolutely right. Yeah.
It's a little curvy, it's a little dumb, it's a little baby.
I like that it's little...
perfect.
Yeah, I think...
Its name is Marini.
Yes. Everything about this is
excellent, bro.
I can't tell you how great Marini and Toxapex are.
It's just a fantastic
I don't even want to spend another S tier on both accounts.
It's just an S tier Pokemon.
Get this thing out of my face.
Now, let's talk about a problem. Because Mudbray
is it's
bad.
It's bad.
It's a bad Pokemon. What I really hate is I hate when they give Pokemon eyes like this.
Yeah.
When they it's like what happened there? And so like I remember seeing Mudbray and was like, okay, well it could evolve into something really cool, like a cool ground horse.
Yes.
It could be cool.
Yes. And it did. You don't like Mudsdale?
I don't like Mudsdale. I don't love Mudsdale. I think it's I know I'm a white guy.
Yeah.
It's offensive that he has dreadlocks.
He's on vacation.
Yeah. And it's just, I think they could have made him cool. I don't like his mohawk. I don't like the dreadlocks. I get that the little air shock things are supposed to be caked on mud.
Yes.
I wish they made him dirtier and more badass at the same time.
I like Mudsdale.
I don't love Mud. I think Mudsdale is a C.
Mudsdale for me.
I think Mudbray is a D.
Design-wise,
I think Mudbray
is kind of undeniably a C-, a D for me. Mudsdale for me is a B-. I like it. I liked using it. Mudsdale was on my team. I like using it. I like Stamina.
You have Mudsdale?
I did have a Mudsdale.
What's Stamina do again?
Stamina, every time it gets hit, it gets a defense boost.
Oh, yes.
So I liked using it. I like it as a ground type. I like this kind of horse thing. Do I think it's clever? Do I think it's fun? No.
No, I don't care about being clever, though.
It's enough that everything else about it works for me. I'm skipping past Mudsdale because I don't care.
Okay, I don't care anymore.
Dupiter and Araquanid, for me, are the best Pokemon of Gen 7.
Are you serious?
That's how much I love Dupiter and Araquanid.
I love Dupiter and Araquanid. I can't go as far as that, but I do think they're excellent.
For me, I was never as excited for a bug type than Dupiter and Araquanid. I think they are hands down the best bug
Really?
Yes.
I'm shocked by this.
No,
I think it's an excellent Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's A's for me. A's for me for sure.
This is as much as I love Toxapex, I love Dewpider and Araquanid even more.
You love them more.
That's
than
how much
Toxapex.
This was my water type in Pokemon.
But you were just telling me about how you had Primarina.
I had both. I
had
had
two
Primarina
water types?
and Dewpider.
Why'd you do that?
I was stupid, but I loved Araquanid that much. I think Araquanid is that fucking good.
Yeah.
I love it so much, I couldn't not have it.
I hear you. I mean, God bless. I mean, I think it's a great Pokemon. I cannot wax poetic about it. I can't pretend to do that.
I think that it's got the diver's helmet.
The diver's helmet.
I think that it's got the bubbles on the joints. It's an astronaut. I think it's so fucking good.
If I'm allowed to criticize,
sure,
it seems closer to an Ultra Beast than it does a Pokemon.
I understand where you're coming from,
but I'm wrong.
I think you're getting it backwards.
I'm misguided.
I think the Ultra Beasts. I think the Ultra Beasts were too close to Dewpider.
Wow,
because it was that good.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I love this line. I love this line a lot.
I love this line.
I think it's crazy that you had two water types.
I had two water types.
That's fucking nuts.
I almost had a third because I like to talk.
You almost got that. That'd be crazy.
Let's skip this.
I'm so incredibly fine with Fomantis and Lurantis. I don't care. Big nothing Pokemon. It's kind of crazy that they're grass and they're not fairy or psychic or anything.
I get that it's clever.
Fomantis, Lurantis, sure. I don't. Yeah, I understand. I have nothing to bring to the table.
I have nothing. I think this is fine. I'm sure there is one person on Earth whose favorite Pokemon is this. I get that it's clever because it's based off of a flower that kind of that disguises itself as a bug to defend itself or whatever. I don't really understand why a flower would do that.
Yeah, why is the flower disguising?
I don't know, but that's why they're not.
Shouldn't it be the bug disguising as a flower?
I think so too. But that's what it is. And listen,
I like how she's got the yoga pants. That's a little fun.
I think that it's kind
of.
But
I'm cool.
I don't know. I don't like when Pokemon are that like
sexy.
I don't like when Pokemon are that close to like, oh, people would be like, oh, it's like a kimono and it's based on real life. I don't care. Mantises, flowers, whatever you want to call it, they don't wear kimonos in real life. I just don't. I don't like when Pokemon are dressed as somebody.
I hate praying mantises, bro. I know they're endangered. I think they should all.
Endangered?
I'm pretty sure that like praying mantises are endangered. But I think I'll be honest. You ready for a take? You can clip this, and I understand if I don't work in Hollywood ever again. I think there should actually be a genocide of praying mantises.
You want to get rid of them?
I think they should all die.
Wow, what did they ever do to you?
I think they're disgusting. It's true. It's true. It's the closest thing to racism in my body because it's just I hate a grasshopper. I hate a praying mantis.
Yeah, you just don't like a little bug.
I hate a crunchy mechanical
fucking
dragon.
Bug.
Yeah, fucking robot bug, a fucking dragonfly. Let a fucking dragonfly fly after me. I will sacrifice you. I don't care.
This is deet for me.
Yeah.
Morlul. Morlul I thought had potential. I don't want to
Morlul.
Morlul or whatever it is.
Oh, so I guess it's like a morel mushroom.
Yes.
And lull to sleep because
because it's a little sleepy time buddy.
Morlul.
I think Morlul had potential. So I don't want to lump it in with Shiinotic.
Morlul had potential. This is cute. It's fine. I'm gonna give this a fine C+.
For me, it gets it's a C+. You're right. It could have potential there.
Now let's talk about
Shiinotic is as missed an opportunity as there ever was. I think it's so bad.
I feel betrayed.
Yes, by me.
By really everybody involved because this is not okay.
No,
this is not okay. This looks terrible. I hate how he's bottom heavy. I hate
he's got a little diaper on.
He's got a diaper on.
And you know there's shit in there.
He's constantly shitting his pants. His hat is too big. I don't care that he's a mushroom.
Yeah.
And he's like happy about it. He's like, oh, you could tell he has. Look at him. He has zero self-awareness.
No,
I hate Shiinotic.
I really don't. I don't even want to spend that much time looking at it.
I hate Shiinotic.
I don't like it.
It's an E tier.
Here's the thing. Now, moving on, Salandit and Salazzle. If there were ever two Pokemon that I loved but were completely ruined by how you have to evolve it, it's that for me.
What are you talking about?
I don't like how hard it is to get Salazzle. Salandit has...
How hard is it?
Salandit has like a maybe like a 1 in 10 chance of being a girl, and you can only evolve it as a girl.
I know you're not talking. I know you're not. You are the same motherfucker who will spend hours looking for the correct fucking nature.
I don't mind that.
Are you out of your mind?
I know. That's fun for me. This is too much.
At least when I remember. There is no difference between searching for natures and gender.
I know. It's this. I'm not going to say that Salandit and Salazzle are bad. I think they're fantastic. And I had one on my team. I caught one and raised it up. But
I had a Salazzle on my team.
For me, it almost was like, really? Like, I have to keep doing this? I didn't enjoy it.
I love Salandit. Salandit is an A. I don't think it's amazing. Salandit's an A. Salazzle is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Like S.
Salazzle is like S tier for me. Like, honestly, for what I ask, for what I request, for my taste, scratches every single itch that you could throw at me for a Pokemon.
I totally understand it. I want people to understand. I want the audience at home to understand.
Salazzle.
It's an A for me.
It's an S.
But let me push back the same way you pushed back with Dewpider and Araquanid. Let me ask you this: what do you think of these little gashes on her tits?
Oh, okay. Now we got to find a way. First of all,
I just wonder.
First of all, there isn't a man on this world that doesn't want a woman to look at him the way Salazzle looks at people. There isn't a man on this planet. There isn't a heterosexual man that doesn't want to be looked at like this by this woman. Imagine you're at the grocery store ready to check out. You turn to your left and you see a woman. Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me?
Quickest way to
turn.
And
she has gashes on her tits.
Quickest way to turn me into a Salandit.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god, I'll be her little minion. I'll be her little Salandit minion.
Oh god.
I'll go right in the fucking army.
I think Salazzle is very well done. Oh. There is something about her that makes me sad. I feel like she.
I wonder if it makes more sense to do it this way.
To me, it always felt to me like she's wearing a little bald cap.
Take a look at it. That feels racially charged for me. I won't lie.
Feels like she's about to go swimming.
I think it's sick. I think it's sick when she's about to attack and she gets on all fours and the fucking fire comes up.
Oh, you are happy she's on all fours.
Yeah, I say,
get out of there.
I say, yeah, you fucking
get out of there. Where is it?
I say, yeah, you show me.
Keep moving. I forgot that these guys were even in this generation. Stuffle and Beware.
I appreciate what they are trying to do.
I appreciate it too.
But I will pass.
I didn't like Stuffle. I didn't like Beware.
I appreciate it. D tier.
I like their names.
So Stuffle is fine.
Yeah.
Stuffle is fine. I think Beware is pretty funny, all things considered.
Yes.
I think it's pretty funny that they give, he's this big fat bear and he's like really good competitively.
Yeah.
And he's like, whatever you want. And he just hugs you until you die.
I think all that is.
I think Beware is also an incredible name.
I think that, yes. Here's the thing. I like everything on paper should work for me about Beware.
It really should.
But there's something about it that just feels like I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it looks like because he's wearing like this full body suit or something.
I like Beware, but it's a B-.
There's something about it that doesn't work for me. I feel like
B.
it's a C, and Stuffle is also a C.
Yeah.
I think they land perfectly
Stuffle's
middle
a
of the
C.
pack
I think
for me.
Beware is a low B, teetering on a C, high C. If you came to me and you said, okay, what generation is Bounsweet from? I would say Gen 3.
I couldn't begin to tell you.
Gen 4?
This line does not work for me.
Bounsweet, Steenie, and Sarina.
Sarina.
So can we agree to just like, so Bounsweet, we've already given our commentary. Forgettable little berry. Who cares? Steenie, can we agree to never speak about this Pokemon ever again?
I just forget about it. But here's the thing. I don't like any kind of design. And look, this is like the Pixar mom, like they have like the skinny little bodies and then these huge thighs.
Huge fucking
which I don't know how else to say it, because that's not what this is.
But that's what I'm saying. Can we move past this forever?
I'm not interested by this design.
We can get rid of this forever. Let's talk about this. This is a pretty hot flower. Right? It's a pretty horny Russian flower.
Yes, everything about it I understand. I just don't understand why we needed a little horny Russian flower.
I don't know why we needed a horny Russian flower, but if the assignment was to make a horny Russian flower. To make that,
this is the one you make.
Except
I gotta tell you, for me, again, these little hips, I gotta tell you, it feels like
the cellulite.
No, I'm not talking about any of that, because that's not my place. What I don't like, and I get that she's a flower, I get that she's got fruit or whatever. I don't like, and it looks like she's stuffing a big thing of like melted marshmallows into her boots. I feel like if you slid the boots off, I feel like that bursts open, and something about that disgusts me.
It is disgusting. I don't love it.
It just feels like it's sticky in there. I don't like it. I don't want to see Serena.
No, I don't like Serena.
The one thing I think
a C tier.
Bon Sweet or whatever, or Steenie. Steenie's F. Bon Sweet is also
D.
F for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's boring. Serena can be a C because I like her little. I like that she's masked up. I like that she's COVID aware,
COVID conscious.
COVID conscious.
Let's press on to Comfy.
Oh, see, this is when I started thinking, oh wow, this generation is pretty boring because I don't like Comfy. I think it's too gimmicky. I think it's too much. We're in Hawaii.
It's
hooray,
a lay.
You know?
Oh yes, get laid.
Get laid.
How come we never go to Hawaii?
How come we're still doing this podcast?
Comfy, one of the most forgettable Pokemon ever.
I forget it's there. Yeah, I
haven't.
agree.
I don't think a single person has thought about Comfy in years.
If we wanted to, here's the thing that I think
tell
it
you what
does
I do.
a disservice.
Okay, sure.
I don't like that in all the like pictures of it, it's holding its little tail, because I think I would honestly like this Pokemon better if I just saw its little sprite face and it had the flower tail. I think I think it's too on the nose that it's become this little crown. I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't even have a commentary for that. All I'd say, if I ever had a Comfy, all I would do, I would nickname it. I would switch out the O for a U.
Oh, Comfy. Hey, come for fee, huh?
Fee-fi-fo.
Yeah, fee-fi-fo.
All right, let's get now we're
little monkeys.
Now we're on to something.
Simians,
we're on to something that I really hate.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, as much as I've defended Oranguru and Pissimian in the past, I would never use these Pokemon.
They're not good.
Yes.
I don't ever. I understand that there's some kind of lore and logic to them.
There's
they work
also
together
competitive
in doubles.
stuff. Don't come for us. I understand that they do competitive things. Talk about a way.
Oranguru,
I'm not
interesting.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Passimian, I will pass.
I think
Imian.
I think it's crazy. I like Oranguru a little better.
I like Passimian a little better.
I know. This goes to show why we work so well together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like Pissimian. I think it's stupid that he's got a little fruit on his head.
I don't like.
And
Pissimian.
He's got a little coconut
I do not
or whatever.
Like Pissimian.
I don't like that it's just a monkey.
I hate rugby. I hate how Oranguru has a little fan. I don't care that he's the teacher Pokemon.
Yeah,
I like orangutans. I feel like this is a disservice to orangutans as monkeys.
I know. If this is supposed to be the orangutan thing, then you did it wrong. You did it wrong.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, like I like how he's a little lemur. I like that. I don't care though. It's not good enough. It's just poor execution. Fighting normal site. It's just poor execution on everybody.
No, sign me the fuck off.
2D plus 2 Ds for me.
2 Ds for you.
Double
exactly.
Ds right in my shirt.
Yes.
Now I gotta pee.